Why has Nigeria not been able to defeat Boko Haram, the bandits in the north?
Good. Like I was explaining before, I talked about those 4 major functions that you need to carry out in the military operation. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and in sequence. You know, when the Americans came up with this doctrine about 15 years ago, they didn't hide it. They gave to all their allies, and Nigeria has to adopted it. You know, Sri Lanka has been fighting Tamil Tiger rebel for about 25 years. And then when this doctrine came, Sri Lanka sat down and adopted it fully. And within 2 months, they were able to defeat the Tamil Tiger that they have been fighting for about 25 years. Because they follow it sequentially. We are not doing that in the Northeast. We will do it halfway, we'll go to the next, do it, then the other one will do it halfway, we'll go to... You end up prolonging the war, or you lose the war.
Why are we not doing it? Who is responsible?
That's it.
You left the army recently.
Yes.
That was just 3 years ago.
Good. You see, I was an instructor before I left too in Kotangora. That's our training center. Most of the time I've been an instructor. And some of these things we will tell the authorities, do it this way. You know, at times they believe that Boko Haram is just ragtag army that we can just defeat. And some have that illusion that after all we defeated rebel in Liberia. I mean, I'm saying I was in Liberia, we didn't defeat any rebel. Because if we defeated the rebel, we will not have that prolonged war for years. That we were just going there. At the end of the day, the Shastelo that we were fighting still became president. You get my point? So, we need to follow the way it was stated in the book. Otherwise, we have a prolonged war.
Can you restate that procedure again?
Yes, the procedure, there are 4. Number 1 is finding the enemy. We need to deploy a lot of technology to find that enemy.
We have found them. They are in Sambisa. They are in the Lake Chad Basin.
Good. If you go to Sambisa is a wide area. All those Boko Haram cannot be deployed in the whole wide area. They are in some, specific spots. You get my point? Which only the satellite and modern technology can do for us.
We don't have the satellite?
We don't have.
Obasanjo invested money in satellite.
Where is the satellite? If it is succeeded, where is it? Are we using it? So those are some of the things we need to just ask ourselves. The leaders have not really helped matters. They say they spent billions on those satellites. We have not seen them, and they have not probed anybody to say where are the money that you people spent on this satellite. Where is the satellite? Because I don't know whether we have got the satellite. Let me not just say that we don't have it. Whether we have got it now, I don't know.
So we've not been able to find the enemy.
The exact location where they are. And that is why we are falling into ambushes here and there, because we are still looking for them. Here and the soldiers, infantry soldiers are supposed to just wait and go for the final onslaught. We'll be the one now to be finding the enemy.
So if you can't find the enemy, you can't fix the enemy.
You can't fix the enemy.
So the second is fixing the enemy.
Fixing the enemy, and that is done mainly by the Air Force and maybe artillery too. You get my point? Because when the exact locations are known, you put the coordinate figures in the firing system of the aircraft. Then you go there directly. Don't need to waste your fuel again flying all over the place, because you have the coordinate already in the system. To just go there, bomb the bastards.
You know, recently the Air Force bombed a community in Sokoto State.
Yeah.
They were looking for Lukarawa terrorists.
Good.
I think last year or early this year.
Yeah.
Some communities were bombed mistakenly in Kaduna.
Good.
How do you explain this?
That is what I'm saying. If you are able to get the exact location, the casualties from the civilian side will reduce. Because what we are still doing is the Air Force still looking for them. Maybe they just hear some information from human intelligence. People moving from one point to another say, they will now come. We have them in so village. So then in the village now, we now start looking the map. It's okay, it's coordinated. So now, okay, Air Force, go and confirm.
Is it try and error?
Try and error. So we need to really invest in this technology, to the satellite that will give us the exact look how they are moving.
So before satellite came, how did militaries win wars?
You can see it was prolonged. Look at the Second World War. It was prolonged because the satellite were not really there to give us this. But okay, now look at the war in Iraq, when Saddam Hussein occupied Kuwait. How many months did it take America to push Saddam out of Kuwait?
Is that what Israel is using to deal with Hamas?
Good, we are talking now. They have the exact location where those weapons are located.
They could even spot the leaders where they are, the rooms,
the meeting and everything. You know what? Hezbollah and the other people, they deployed those weapons in people's houses, in their car park. They will just bring, the weapons are on wheels. They will just drive it out of the building, fire it, then drive it back to the building. So Israel were able to get all those exact locations. And that's why they are destroying those structures in Lebanon. People are saying they are killing civilians. But before Israel would destroy those buildings, they will give warnings for people living there to leave. So they've already identified the place that weapons are hidden there.
How do they identify where the leaders are?
It's technology now. There's no other ways.
Precision strike.
Precision strike. That's why when you get the exact location, the exact figure, the reference, the 32 figure grid reference, it's so simple. We put them in the firing system of the aircraft. The aircraft will just fly there. The pilot will just release the weapons, release the bomb, and that's all.
They
are guided weapons.
Not too long ago, an Air Force craft was shot down in Niger State by bandits. Why did that happen?
Because they are looking for them. They're looking for where they are located.
So in looking, you fly low?
You fly low because you need to see. Most of them are under the trees. We have not used technology to get the movement of them. So you have to fly low to be able to look ground and say, oh, they are there before you now, capture the location and then register it.
And if you fly low, if the enemy has the kind of weapon?
Most of them have the weapons, the anti-aircraft weapons. They are carrying it here and there. Anti-aircraft weapon can go up to 3,000 meters, 4,000 meters.
Where do they get those weapons from?
They prepared for this operation now. During the time Liberia in Libya, when Gaddafi was overthrown, most of the weapons there were looted and all those things. So they have the weapons.
They have the weapons?
They have the weapons. So it's not a matter of... so they don't look down on them. They are well prepared. They came to really make money in Nigeria, to occupy territory, to be in charge, to have their own government. They prepared. They
prepared?
Yes.
And they are really occupying territories?
Before they were occupying territory in the northeast.
Are they not still there?
They are still occupying some small areas now. We have reduced the areas they are occupying.
Are we winning the war now?
Somehow we are winning, but we are not supposed to prolong it up to this level. We're supposed to have defeated them since. If you have followed the Sri Lanka way, I told you Sri Lanka used 2-3 months to defeat Tamitaga that they have been fighting for more than 25 years.
We are talking about Boko Haram, but now we are talking about Lukarawa.
Lukarawa, the same thing too. Lukarawa came when the banditry, were operating in the northwest. The northwest is wide. You cannot have all the policemen and the soldiers in all the towns and villages. There are some remote villages that are just ungoverned places. So those people, the leadership there, the local leaders, approached Lukarawas to come and give them protection against the bandits. So they came in to come and help the locals. But now they want to become the lords over the locals, demanding for levies and all those things. So the locals could not take it again.
Where did they come from?
From Mali and Niger.
So they're not even Nigerians?
Most of them are not Nigerians. But they are able now to recruit some jobless Nigerians who are ready to, fight their country with stipend.